Honestly, if I haven't convinced you to buy this scrunchie yet, I'm doing something wrong. Welcome back, everyone. Today's video is going to be a chatty get ready with me. Do I have my hair clips in front of me? I have one. That's good enough. Good. Oh, two. Here we go. Starting things off strong. So today we are just going to be doing our makeup together. I have a few new releases. Tower 28 came out with these juice balms. Sounded interesting. And also Odens has come out with a new collection with 3 creators: Judy, Tina from the Fancy Face, and also Annette, or Annette's Makeup Corner. And I am going to be using Annette's palette today. I am going to be talking a little bit about hair in this video. I get a lot of questions on my hair since taking out my hair extensions and trying to be on this whole hair journey since I lost a lot of my hair during IVF treatments and also just some very stress-induced time. So I have talked a little bit here and there on my channel about like healing my hair naturally and all of those things. So that's kind of what today's topic is going to be on. And also this video is sponsored by Zuby. I've been able to work with Zuby in the past, so I'm going to be talking a little bit about their Halo hair dryer, why I use it, why I feel like this device has been a game changer in my hair routine. And I also just want to share a few other changes that I've made when it comes to my hair health and some other steps in my hair routine, if you will, that I feel like is getting me on a good shape to actually not only just making my hair, you know, longer once again, but actually making my hair thicker. I've dealt with a lot of like shedding issues as well. And I point over here because I specifically had a lot of shedding over here. So I just want to talk to you a little bit about that. So let me get you zoomed in and we'll get started. To start off, just like I've done in the last few of my Get Ready With Me videos, I really do like the NYX Pro Fix Stick Correcting Concealer. This is what I have been using to spot conceal. So I don't even know if I can call it like spot concealing at this point, but I just kind of like throw it all over my skin. I try not to put the actual product like directly onto a breakout, so I just kind of put it around and then blend it out a little bit with my Sephora 57 brush. I typically don't like fully blend it in, but I do a little bit, and then I just come in with foundation on top. Like I mentioned, today's video is in partnership with Zuby. So I've worked with them in the past and I've talked about their Halo hair dryer and why this was a device that I wanted to switch to. Obviously, one of the big things that we hear about when we talk about hair health and all of those things is not using as much heat on your hair. Heat can be very damaging to your hair. So especially when I started to lose a lot of my hair, I tried to cut back on how much heat I was using on it, and this was from years ago. So starting in like 2019 to 2020 is when I started to go through fertility treatments with my ex-husband. You know, we tried for a while to have a baby, and not only were the medications really affecting a lot, but also just the stress of everything. And then obviously during that time too with COVID, and then I ended up getting a divorce. Stress is something that really shows in my body. Stress is something that you can see on my face. Like I get breakouts, I lose my hair very easily. When my dog was going through cancer, Still. My dog was going through cancer. I started to notice a lot of shedding, especially over here, to the point where, you know, sometimes when you pull your hair back, you can kind of notice it's thinner. I mean, my hair has come such a long way since those days, but you can sometimes kind of notice it over here. Like if I were to pull back my hair into a ponytail or something like that, like there'd be times where I wouldn't want to do it because it was so thin right here. But it was also to the point where like this hair wouldn't like lay flat like it is now because I was missing such a large chunk of hair from right here. My hair would almost like, I don't know how to describe it, but it would almost like be like that. Like it couldn't lay it was so I don't know if I want to say bizarre to me, but it was just, you know, something that I really noticed, and it was really a sticking point to me. It was something that really bothered me, and I felt very self-conscious about it. And I will say that when it comes to my hair journey, nothing that I've done has been like an overnight thing. I sometimes feel like, and I'm this way too, like we live in a society where we want like instant fixes or these easy fixes. There's been a lot in the last few years that I've really decided to go kind of like the hard route, if you will, or maybe like the not so easy path, the path that takes a little bit of time to notice those results. You know, I've talked pretty openly on my channel about having PCOS and trying to heal my hormones naturally. That was something that when I started to make changes that I started to see within about a year. And you know, sometimes when you do make the changes and you don't see something right away, it can be kind of like, okay, well, why am I doing this? Why am I putting in the extra effort or things like that? But when you do start to actually see the results and you actually are healing instead of just putting a band-aid on something, that's when you actually see the long-term results. You know, I've talked in the past too about like PCOS, having a lot of issues with eating food and that sort of thing. And there was a time where like I really couldn't eat anything at all, not even anything that was inflammatory, not anything that I was sensitive to. I just couldn't eat anything at all without feeling super bloated, feeling really sick, being nauseous, actually vomiting, to the point now where it's not perfect, but I have been able to heal and help my symptoms so much that now I can have the pizza again or the ice cream or whatever it is that I want with very little issues, because I didn't just do a quick fix and then still every time that I was eating I was still kind of hurting my body. And when it comes to my hair, like a lot of these things aren't things that are like, oh wow, this is just like an instant fix for me, but I really have come to appreciate my hair routine, and I'm really happy with where I'm at. My hair is definitely, you know, getting longer. I actually just got it trimmed the other day, but the hair is definitely getting longer. I feel like I have really done a good job reversing the shedding that was happening, especially here at the front. Again, it was really this side that I noticed it the most. I feel like my hair is starting to come in fuller. I've always had pretty thin hair, but I feel like we're finally starting to get to the point where it's not as thin as it used to be. Don't get me wrong, I still miss my extensions some days, but they were also a lot of work, a lot of upkeep, and also very expensive. And not to say that I'll never put them back in, or I'll never put like clip-ins in or tape-ins or something along those lines. But for right now, I'm still really happy with where we're at in the healing process. To go back to talking about the Zuby Halo hairdryer, like I mentioned, not using as much heat on your hair. So I stopped using like I used to curl my hair all of the time, like all my YouTube videos, especially when I had really short hair, like really short hair. I did this like curly look with it. And I stopped trying to use the curling iron as much or a straightener as much. I stopped trying to blow dry my hair as much, and I was trying to just air dry my hair. I think it's great that we now have devices like the Zuby Halo hair dryer that focuses less on using heat and actually uses a light technology to dry your hair instead. I use the L'Oreal True Match in N4, and then again my DSMD Shop sponge. I mentioned these in my last Get Ready With Me that the sponges are back and I love them so much. So to go over what the Zuby Halo hair dryer is, again, I will have this link down below. I will also have my discount code with them will be in my description box as well if you're interested in trying it out for yourself. But the Zuby Halo, it uses patented light care technology to dry the surface of your hair, which is going to protect your hair moisture within the hair shaft. This is great if you deal with thinning hair, if you have really fine hair, you struggle with a lot of breakage or frizz, or you have dullness. Zuby's Halo light care technology, it uses light to dry only the water droplets on the surface of your hair, protecting your hair's internal moisture for healthier hair. That, to me, I just think the technology is fascinating, so I just love reading stuff like that. So one thing that I always notice when I use my Zuby Halo hair dryer is that it dries my hair so quickly, which also helps because not only are you using the light to actually dry those water droplets on your hair, but it's also such a short amount of time compared to any other hair dryer that I own. For me, who's always in a hurry, it's just nice to not have to spend a million years blow drying my hair. That definitely would have been a great hair dryer when I had really the long and thick hair with my hair extensions, because I used to get blowouts a lot, mostly because I just hated blow drying my hair because it would take me so long. I mean, to have like your arm up in the air for that amount of time, I was like, man, this is just too time consuming for me. Now with my shorter natural hair, I can definitely appreciate how quick it is for me to blow dry my hair. That I also think is really cool, and that was unveiled at CES, which is a convention that takes place in Las Vegas. Announced that L'Oreal is collaborating with Zuby, and they are coming out with a new product in 2024. So CES is a convention that happens in Vegas every year, and Vegas definitely gets a lot of conventions. I live in Las Vegas. Vegas definitely gets a lot of conventions, but I feel like one of the most exciting ones is CES. This is the Consumer Electronics Show, so it's all about electronics, technology, and there's always really cool products that are unveiled. So I did not realize that L'Oreal and Zuby were going to be announcing this. Otherwise, I probably would have went. I typically do get invited to CES. It just depends on like my schedule if I can make it or not. And I didn't go this year, and I'm super sad that I didn't. This says a team of over 100 engineers, designers, hairdressers, and scientists from L'Oreal's Research and Innovation Division and Zuby collaborated on Airlight Pro's cutting-edge industrial design. I just think that's something really cool and something to look forward to further down in 2024. But if you are wanting to get something right now, the Zuby Halo hair dryer is available on the website. Again, I will have it linked down below, and I will also have the discount code down there if you are interested in picking it up. But this is the hair dryer that I use. It is super efficient, it is fast at drying my hair, and I feel like I am still protecting my hair, again, protecting the actual hair shaft when I am blow drying my hair. And having this, I've had this now for, I had it in my old apartment. I want to say I've had it for probably a year now at this point, maybe a little bit over a year. And I feel like this has contributed so much to helping me get healthy hair once again, and actually healing all of the hair and all of the damage that I've done to it over the years, and also all of the stress of, you know, just the last few years of life. It's been a little stressful. Another big thank you to Zuby for working with me once again on this video. If you do have any other hair questions, if you want to leave them in the comments, you definitely can, and I will try to answer as many as I can. Otherwise, if you want to check out more about the Halo hair dryer, that link is in my description box. And for here, I'm just using the Charlotte Tilbury Radiant Concealer on my under eyes. So to me, that's one way that I have worked on healing my hair, but it's one that I think is really important, not only just in general trying to cut back on how much heat that I use on my hair, but blow drying is something that I do on a fairly regular basis. There's a lot of products that I use that are heat activated. You know, there's certain like leave-in treatments and things like that that will say right on there, you know, you do want to blow dry the hair after you put them in because it is the heat activated. So the blow dryer is still something that I do use on a pretty regular basis. The Zuby I definitely think helps me a lot. One thing that I also love, and if you've been around my channel for a minute, you probably know how much I love my hair rollers. These are the hair rollers that I use, and I just got mine off of Amazon. They come in 3 different sizes. So we have the medium ones, and then like a little bit thinner ones, and then we also have the thicker ones as well. And I use my hair rollers on a really consistent basis. I do have a video up that does show, like I think I did like a few of my tips when using hair rollers, because hair rollers was something that I couldn't really get into at first, and I was like, I don't really think that I'm doing it right. But basically what I do, so I'll section off my hair, and then I will use my Zuby, I will blow dry a piece of hair, and sometimes I'll use a round brush too. So like as I'm blow drying, I'm using a round brush. I just got mine off of Amazon once again. I actually also bought a round brush in Ireland randomly enough, just at like their grocery store. So nothing like in particular with my round brush. So I'll round brush a section, and then this was my hairstylist told me, is when you're actually putting your hair in the roller to still make sure that it's a little bit warm from your blow dryer. So that's why I do it in sections, and then right as I get done, I will immediately take that hair, put it into the roller. So I start at the bottom, and also what I do is I make sure the hair is really tight. So when I'm rolling it up, I'll like roll it, and then I'll stop and I'll pull it tight, and then I'll roll it, and then I'll pull it tight, and then I'll keep rolling it. I like that these clips actually came with the hair rollers. So sometimes there's certain pieces that I will then clip, but that's one thing that I do as I'm actually putting them into my hair. For me, I like to let my rollers sit for a while. So oftentimes I let them sit in my hair for like at least 2 hours. Again, sometimes I'll put them in and then I'll do my makeup, or like I'll film like a get ready with me doing my makeup or something like that. Or I'll just be, you know, I do work from home, so if I shower in the morning or in the afternoon like I just did actually, you know, it is a little bit more easier for me to have my hair rollers in for a longer amount of time, so I definitely recognize that. But for me, I feel like I have found the best results when I can leave the hair rollers in for a longer period of time, so I know that might not work for everybody, but that's kind of has worked best for me, is leaving them in for about 2 hours. I don't really have any issues with my hair pulling. I know that was like one of my fears, but I think when you actually are putting them in and you keep pulling really tight, I feel like that's what kind of helped me not have, because then my hair just, it was, I don't know how to explain it, but it's like it's tight to the roller and it's not moving anywhere, versus if I was just like more lackadaisical and had like hair everywhere. To me, that's when it was a little bit easier to get tangled or to get caught. One thing too that I do when I'm taking the roller out is, you can kind of say it's like this. So I actually twist it down and out. So I don't just pull straight down. If this makes, again, I do have that tip video and I can leave it. So I like turn it to the side and I wind it down basically. To me, that helps with the curl and it helps with like not having like the pulling or tugging on my hair. Rollers to me have been a good alternative to using a curling iron or anything like that. And to me, they also just give my hair so much more volume, because one thing that I have always struggled with has been having more like thin or flat hair, especially after like, I don't know, like honestly like day 2 or 3, I tend to have pretty flat hair. And I definitely noticed that when I use my rollers, I have volume for a lot more days, which I appreciate. I'm just gonna use my Rare Beauty bronzer stick. I haven't used a cream bronzer in a minute, but for whatever reason today, I thought it would be fun to use. So I appreciate that it gives me that volume, especially around, I don't know, like the crown, and like you can do like the cute flip out with the rollers, and my volume just lasts for a few extra days, which I appreciate so much. I'm gonna use the Colourpop Adore You blush. I've only used this a couple of times and I want to be able to like actually review it soon. So this is the cream blush. I used it in one Get Ready With Me. So I'm just gonna go ahead and use this with my sponge. So my hair rollers have definitely been a favorite part of my hair routine, and they were pretty affordable. Again, I just got them off of Amazon, so I of course will have those linked as well. I really do like this blush. Like I said, I've been doing more powder, bronzer, and blushes these days, but there's a couple of cream products that have come out and I wanted to try this one again from Colourpop. This is cute. I like the shade. I feel like it's really easy to blend as well. When I used it for the first time, I definitely went very heavy-handed and I was like, but I've gotten to know that it is quite pigmented, so you don't need a super heavy hand like I did the first time. And then for my eyeshadow, I did want to use the new Odens Eye and Annette's Makeup Corner palette. I love, like, the artwork with all of the Odens Eye is just always so much fun. And when I opened Annette's palette, I was like, oh, she's so pretty. So I definitely, okay. So I really want to use this like green shade. It's just so beautiful, but I also really love the purples. I thought about going the purple route as well. I also really love the Scold. I love that we have a few of these browns in here. I thought it was so funny because I did a PR haul recently and I almost shared the collection, and then luckily I wasn't live or anything like that. That would have been very embarrassing. I'll be using my Sigma switch real quick. But I like unboxed it and then I was sitting there and I was talking about it and I was like, wait, I feel like I haven't seen anything on socials yet. So thankfully when I was editing, I was able to cut it, but I've been waiting to put these in a video because I really wanted to use this palette. Again, Judy, Tina from the Fancy Face, and Annette's Makeup Corner. These are all available now. So I'm not gonna be able to pronounce this, but I'm gonna use the Deep Matte Green first. And I'm using the Sigma blending brush, just an E25. And I'm just gonna kind of pat this all along the lid and then kind of run it through the crease, just a little on the messy side here. Ooh, I do love the Odens Eye formula. I always rave about their eyeshadow formula. I do have a discount code with Odens Eye, but I don't believe that you can use them on the collaborations. But if there was anything else that you're interested in grabbing, my code is just Samantha. Just kind of adding this to the crease. I love a good green eyeshadow look. And I actually want to take my finger with serpent scales. I just Oh, look how cool that is. Like, Odens Eye has such a good formula. Look at this green. I'm gonna just go run over and show Ashley my green makeup look. Oh, I feel like a mermaid already. What does she have on the front? And like an alligator? Oh my gosh, that is what I feel like. Oh wait, it's truly like the name serpent scales. Like, yes, absolutely. That is what it looks like. Wow. Oh, that's so fun. I like using the Odens Eye shadows too. I prefer quick and easy looks. I often don't use like a lot of eyeshadows all at once. But Odens Eye, you can literally use 2 shades and it's like, no words. That's what it's like. Oh yeah. Oh, look how fun that is. Like, okay. The video is over. Thank you for watching. Okay, so I'm just taking that blending brush and kind of blending through the crease, and then I'm gonna clean up a little bit on the sides here, but like, how fun. These greens are just, yes. Like a lot of times I've been doing liner, but honestly, like I don't even want to because I feel like it's just so on its own. Do some green liner in my waterline though, and I'm just using the one from Glossier. Actually, I'm gonna do a little bit on the lower lash line too, mostly on the outer part. And taking a liner brush, I'm gonna do Abyss and then a little bit of the matte green too. I'm just gonna kind of blend these together on the liner brush and use that on the lower lash line. I'm gonna wing it out just a little bit. I feel like I can never like not wing it. It's like such a thin little line. I'm just really in love with doing some shadow wings at the moment, so just a little wing. I am gonna do just a little bit more of my liner brush, a little bit on top here, just to make it connect. Such a pretty green. Such a vibe. Okay, and then what mascara did I grab? Did I grab a mascara? No. Mascara, I'm gonna spray my face with my Fix Plus. And then for mascara, I'm gonna use the L'Oreal Panorama. I had this in a recent Get Ready With Me as well. I've been really liking this one. It's not moving on me. I wore it for like a week straight, and I remember I was very busy with events and just like leaving and, you know, being out and about for a long time. It's not moving on me. I'm very happy with that purchase. Another thing that I have been really loving when it comes to hair is my scrunchies, okay? These are the Kitsch sleeping scrunchies, and I love these. I've talked about them for a while. You've seen me wear them in a lot of videos. I always get asked questions of what scrunchies am I wearing when I wear them in my videos, because they are quite large. Now, I just wear them all of the time. Like, I always have these, or you'll always see them on my wrist. But one thing that I love to do with this as well is to sleep with these in my hair. So that was something that I learned when I had extensions, is my stylist would always tell me, don't just like sleep with your hair down. Either put it in a bun, put them in a braid or something like that, because as you sleep, it can be causing damage to your hair. Now, I do have like the satin pillowcases as well. Like, I've tried to upgrade my pillowcases, so I'm not using a material that's like snagging my hair and tangling it up while I'm sleeping. But one thing that I also really like to do is I sleep with my hair in a bun, and I use the satin scrunchies because these are also going to be protecting my hair while I sleep. So I think that these are great. I love them, not only like style wise, I guess I'll say, and I always get compliments when I wear it out, like when I have my hair styled using the sleep scrunchies. And I know for me, again, I do have thinner hair and I don't have any issues using them, because I know some people with thin hair will look at them and be like, it's so large, like there's no way my hair will fit in it. And I have to say, like, I don't have any issues with that. And I know in one of my live chats, I had someone who mentioned the same thing. She was like, I just don't think with my fine thin hair that it will actually hold, but she bought them anyways. And then she came back in our group chat to say, yes, actually my hair stays in these. And I was like, yes, see, So if you do have the fine thin hair, maybe still give them a try. Again, I get mine off of Amazon. I usually get the 2-pack that has the black and the gold. I have lost my gold scrunchie twice. 2 times. One in Las Vegas and one in Ireland. And dude, when we were on the Ireland trip, I think everyone could tell how upset I was that I lost the gold scrunchie. Thankfully, I had also brought the black one, so I had backup, but I don't know where I lost it, and I was so upset. I was like, my gold scrunchie, I lost that again? The other one I lost at I left it at a spa here in Vegas, and I was so upset with myself. So, but I just keep ordering them. So I now have, what, 3 or 4 black scrunchies and 1 gold one. But I lose them and I'm like, I'm gonna order that again. The gold to me, I like styling wise too. I wear black and gold the most, so I don't know. I just, for styling reasons, I just think that they look cute. But I sleep with these in my hair every single night. It doesn't matter. And even like during Super Bowl week, I was super busy. I was out and about all the time. I was very rarely sleeping at my apartment. I was, you know, staying with friends that had a little bit easier of a location of like where we were going to next and that sort of thing. And I never forgot my sleep scrunchie, not a single time. I would always make sure to include it in my bag. So no matter where it was I was sleeping, I was gonna have my sleep scrunchie with me. So again, that is something that's just kind of protecting my hair as well. That's one piece of advice, just when you sleep. I mean, even if you don't use a sleep scrunchie, but putting your hair into a bun, braiding your hair, something like that. And then the last thing that I wanted to mention with hair is that I have started using, and this was several months ago that I started doing this, but doing rosemary oil on my hair. And I actually just make my rosemary oil at home. So just at Trader Joe's, I buy the rosemary. For me at Trader Joe's, it's in like the refrigerated section, kind of by like where the vegetables are. Like I can usually grab my rosemary as I'm grabbing like my mushrooms and my cucumbers. I do have a video. I'm trying to think if I posted it on this channel. If I haven't posted it on this channel, I will make sure to post it. It's just a little short form video. Because you can just do the rosemary and you boil it in water, or you can add some other things. Like I typically add in like frozen ginger cubes as well, but I will have that short form video up about how I do the rosemary oil. I add all of this into a pot, boil it, let it simmer, and then I put it into the spray jars. It's the same spray jars that I have for like when I do my skincare routine. I have a spray jar of water because some skincare ingredients work better if your face is, you know, a little bit damp. So I just bought that again, and I put the rosemary water into there, and then I spray my hair with that at night. And I specifically like was really focusing in here where I was really dealing with a lot of shedding. Again, I don't feel like this is something that changed the game for me overnight by any means, but I've been doing it consistently. I'm trying to think of when I first started with the rosemary oil. Again, I know that it was sometime last year. I almost want to say, no, it was probably right when I took my extensions out, which was last year, like April. Wow, that's crazy that it's been almost a year since I've had my extensions out, really? Wow. Yeah, so I think it was probably right around the time that I took my extensions out, and I was like, oh my gosh, like I want to do something. Like I want to have long, thick, beautiful hair again. What can I do? And I started seeing this rosemary water spray all over my TikTok, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna try it out. And I've stuck with it really consistently, and I feel like a lot of times if you're trying to do something like healing on the natural route, it's staying consistent with what you are doing. Staying consistent with keeping heat off your hair, staying consistent with protecting your hair, staying consistent with using, you know, whether it be an oil or something like that, or doing scalp massages. You know, in the past I've talked about how much I love my scalp massager. I keep that in my shower, so when I have my shampoo in, I use my scalp massager. Try to use products regularly to also, because your scalp is so important as well. So I have, it's almost like an exfoliator for your scalp. I think mine is from either Briogeo or Kevin Murphy. I got it from my hairstylist. So I like to do something like that, especially if I've been using a lot of like dry shampoo or things like that. I try to make sure to come in with the scalp exfoliator and really make sure I'm keeping my scalp healthy and clean as well. Again, living in Las Vegas, we have a lot of issues with hard water and a lot of like minerals in our water. I've been able to do the thing with my hairstylist where they have a tool where you can see like your scalp health basically, and it's not good. It's not good. My stylist has a product that helps to remove the buildup with like that we get from the hard water here, and the difference that you can see through the tool is really quite wild. So that's something that I try to do on a regular basis as well. But to me, it's all about consistency being key and being disciplined enough to do it. You know, sometimes sure, it takes me a few extra minutes to like make the rosemary water or spray it or do the scalp massager or things like that. Maybe it would take me less time to use a curling iron instead of putting in my rollers, but I really do feel like my consistency over the last year and a half or so has really contributed to me being able to slowly start to get my hair back to where I want it to be. So we're gonna finish up with some lip products. I don't know what shade I'm gonna use yet, so I haven't picked out my lip liner, but I just got these. These are from Tower 28, and they are their Juicy Balms. They are a tinted lip balm. So they sent me 4 shades, and I wanna go ahead and swatch these and see what we think. So it's kind of like that crayon lip balm. Okay, so here are the 4 shades. So to swatch them, we have Mix. Ooh, that's cute. So Mix is almost like, it's like a brown coral. Next one is Shake. This one is a pretty sheer pink. So that one is Shake. Then we have Squeeze. Ooh, this one is poppin'. That's a fun one. Ooh, it's like a poppy orange. Cute. And then the last one we have is Drink. This one is like a berry pink. Okay, so I've been doing a lot of the berry lips with the Milk Tinted Jelly Balm and Splash. I think that's what I did in my last Get Ready With Me. I like that we have 2 that are kind of a little bit more on the sheer side and 2 that are a little bit more poppin'. I will say for today, since I've done a pretty green eye look, I typically do a more neutral lip. But I will definitely, I'm going to do a little short form video where I have my soft eye. Again, in my last Get Ready With Me, I talked about how I've been doing a soft eye a lot with a bold lip. We are flip-flopped for today since we used the Odens Eye palette. So I'm going to use the first shade, which was in Mix. But stay tuned because I will definitely be doing, you know, I've said my 2024 makeup goal is more bolder lips, and I'm curious to see what the bolder lips are like with the with it still being a tinted balm. I will be bringing that to you soon, and maybe just like a full lip swatching video. I don't know, maybe just like, I mean, like it'd be a short form video, but doing some lip swatches. Maybe that would be cute. So for my lip liner, I'm gonna use a Pat McGrath in Contour. Honestly, it's been a minute since I've used this lip liner, so I wanted to pull it out. And then we are gonna do some Mix on top. Okay. I feel like this nude lip pairs are really well with the green eye. Super easy to apply. It feels very, not creamy. I don't know if slick is the right word that I wanna use, but very easy to apply. Feels very comfortable, doesn't feel sticky at all. I think that's so cute. I like this combo. I think that this is a good one. Okay. Ooh, I'm excited to do swatching all of these lip shades. So again, those are the swatches of the new Tower 28 Juice Balms. Stay tuned for some lip swatching. And then after that, that is going to wrap it up for this look. We have the opposite of my last Get Ready With Me with the more bold eye using the Odens Eye and Annette's Makeup Corner palette, and then the neutral lip with the new Tower 28 Juicy Balms. I hope you enjoyed seeing this Get Ready With Me. Another thank you to Zuby for working with me on this video. Again, I will have the Halo hair dryer linked in my description box along with that code. If you're interested in checking it out and making it a little better for you, a swap when it comes to your hair care. I hope some of my tips with hair care helped. Again, if you have any other questions, you know, please feel free to leave them in the comments. I also do a Q&A on my Instagram like every other week. At least once a month or every other week I do a Q&A on my Instagram, and that's always a good time where you can ask me questions as well. I'm March Beauty Word over there. Other than that, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.